Alright, so I'm going to begin in 5, 4, 3. Hello, this is DeadX Dying here again. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. And I like to consider myself as an amateur gun collector. I got a couple of guns. Well, actually, I believe about 11 are in the house. And, I got a couple of views in the first day of me putting up my AR thing. So I decided, well, why don't I show you guys a little bit about my guns? And for the people who don't know how to take them apart or don't know how to clean them, why don't I show you how to do that? There's probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of videos how to do that, but well, this is one of mine that I'm going to be adding to the tens of thousands. Thank you for bearing with me. Now, this is the actual gun that you actually saw me firing in the video that I posted about 4 days ago. This is a Windham AR-15. Now, a little bit of knowledge. The whole thing of AR does not mean assault rifle, and the actual word assault weapon is false. There is no such thing as an assault weapon. You can turn anything into an assault weapon. I can actually the camera that I'm filming right now, I can turn it into an assault weapon because I'll be assaulting you by shoving it down your throat, which is kind of a bad thing, so I'm not going to do that. And besides, it'll take a long time for me to find out where you are, and besides, it's the internet, so there'd be millions of potential people. That's a lot of people I have to be shoving the camera down their throat. And, well, my camera is that important. It's a little bit more important than me proving a point. Now this is where the people get confused. Now, the word assault rifle is real. This is not an assault rifle. It's a civilian style carbine. Excuse me. An assault rifle is like your M16, your SCARs, your FN FAL. For those who play Call of Duty, or those are assault rifles. Those are not assault weapons. They're assault rifles. It's an actual way of looking at things. For people who do Battlefield, the medic, or like your assault person. Those are assault rifles. They're usually a bit bigger than a carbine, which, well, they are. They're a bit bigger than a carbine. They're usually a little bit more powerful than a carbine. Just to tell you if I'm saying anything wrong, just post in the comments. I'm trying to be a little bit educational, so if I say something wrong, don't be afraid to speak up. I don't want to seem like a dumbass. Well, this is a carbine. It is a 5.56. Okay, now getting back with all that. Oh, and the actual in the word the actual thing AR does not stand for assault rifle. It stands for Armalite. That has to do with some codes, some treaties, and stuff like that. Kind of like NATO, whatever. I don't know exactly, so don't quote me. But this is the Windham AR-15. I've had this for about I would say a year now, and I've fired it a couple times. I can definitely say when you run about that time that you saw me do the video, I ran about about five boxes of 20 So that's about 200. Wait, what? No. Yeah? No. Wait, what? That's 100 rounds, sorry. It's 100 rounds in less than 20 minutes, which is hardly anything except, well, as you saw, I fire pretty fast, and the thing's pretty damn accurate, but I still fire pretty fast. The barrel heats up damn quick, but the good thing about it is that it cools down even quicker. Okay, now getting actually more into it. Now I've already cleaned this. I've already lubricated it. I've already done everything that I needed to do. So I'm not going to actually show you how to clean it right now. That'd be redundant, and that'd be a waste of materials. Not a lot of material will be used to clean this, but I mean it's still just the whole thing. If I really don't want to waste stuff, but I will show you how to take it apart. Now it's actually pretty damn simple. First, when you get this, you're gonna if you actually do buy this, which in Washington State it's about 1,000. It's just about 1,000. You can get one with actual iron sights. My dad got the one with iron sights, and with the iron sights actually hooked up to the barrel. His was about 1,100. Mine was, because it doesn't have the iron sights. I believe mine was about a little bit less than 1,000. But as I was saying, now whenever you get this, you're gonna get this. Now this is something that helps take the gun down. Also it separates the actual slide from contacting the barrel. Now I'm not sure exactly what that's good for. But my personal opinion is that if you get rust on this or you get rust on that, it's not going to affect the two. So if you get rust on this is going to prevent it getting rust on that because it's not contacting. Also it can prevent it prevents dry firing, I guess, if you're one of those people that don't like dry firing. But well, what you first do when you're taking this down, you got to take that out. Now, I would not suggest losing this. It's kind of hard to lose. I mean, that's the only part of the gun that's not black or white or dark white, whatever you say. What I'm going to do for the purpose of this is just take off my sight. Get that out of there. That way it's less distracting to me than you. By the way, this is called a True Glow. It's a red dot. Okay, now we got that. Now I don't know if you can see this, but you see that right there? And let me see. And that right there, you're going to push those out. You can use your fingers or you can use this. It's a little bit easier to do that. It pretty much pushes these out. And that's what connects the lower half to the upper half. Wait a second. That I always dry fire it before I take it out, because when you take it apart, if you have the thing connected, or the hammer back, it's gonna pop forward. It scared me a couple times. It doesn't damage the gun, I don't think, but it scares me sometimes. It startles me. So this is your lower half. This is your hammer. This is the stock. You got the spring. You got the spring back in here for when the for when the actual slide comes back, pushes in, and then the spring pushes it back forward, chambering another round. You have your upper part. Which consists of the barrel, the thing that makes sure that your hand is not touching the barrel, the chamber, the slide, and forward assist, all that good shit. So what you're gonna do then once you got this, you're pretty much gonna ignore this, because this part, the lower half is completely taken apart in the way of field stripping. You don't want to take it down anymore. I learned my lesson with a pistol. It was an XD M9. It was an XD 9mm. Really great. I thought I wanted to know more about guns and how they worked. And besides, that one hadn't been cleaned for a while, so I decided to take it apart, trigger assembly and all. Let me just say that I have never gone any more deeper than this now, because we don't have that gun anymore. Okay, so as I was saying, what you're gonna do, you're going to release this as if you're gonna chamber another round. And what that does, that loosens up both the slide, and I keep on forgetting what this piece is called. Post that in the comments if you can, and if I don't. You're pretty much gonna pull that out until it stops. Then you're going to pull the slide out. It causes this to also fall out. Now, with that, this is pretty much completely taken apart. Man, for somebody who cleaned this for an hour or two, I really did a shitty job. Alright, so now the upper and lower half are done. Also, I always want to call this the forward assist, except that's not. It's not the slide. I'll think about it later. Okay, so now you're pretty much going to, as I was saying, speaking of the slide, you're going to actually take the slide. Now, there's this little tiny thing in there, and it looks like a cotter pen. You don't want to lose that, because that's the only fucking thing that's keeping that silver thing in there, which is the actual pin, which is kind of like the heart of your gun, besides the trigger assembly. The pin is what makes a gun a gun. I mean, without the pin, you have something that looks like a gun, but it's pretty much just a fancy ammunition storing device, and kind of scary too. Pretty much what you're going to do, you're going to remove that piece. Now I have it in a way where it's easy to remove. For me, or it's just tilted, that way I can easily just take it out with my finger or a nail. Now what you're gonna do then, just bang on a little bit, or you can also go in there with your finger. And this is, damn man, I really did a shitty job at cleaning this. Man. Oh well, I'll probably re-clean this, I guess. Okay, so now you have your fuck, it's not called a striker. I'm fucking horrible with memory right now. But now you have that. Now with that, you're gonna have this right here. What you're gonna do with that, you're going to twist it where it's kind of like paralleling the this part right there. Then you're gonna pull that piece out. This piece is what keeps the actual part that goes in and actually picks up the round, and when the slide's coming back, it grabs the round and it helps eject it. Now you pull that apart, and this is pretty much it. Now that, with me discussing, holy crap, dirty. Now with me discussing all that, this is actually all that you need to do to take it apart. It's a cinch to clean. Apparently I'm really bad at cleaning, so hopefully you can do better than me. If you don't, maybe you shouldn't even touch a gun. But yeah, this is all you need to do to take it apart. Now I'll put it back together. A little bit of reverse engineering, all that shit. Pretty much what you do. Now what you're gonna have a hole in there, like that. Yeah, I see. Now what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to line up this hole with that. It's not too hard, actually. Might be a little bit stiff. There you go. Now I got the hole in there that's supposed to be. What you're gonna do, you're gonna need to line up the hole on the farther side where you actually took this piece out, and then you're gonna put that in. Then, once you're done with that, you're going to twist it back to where it was. Have it a little bit like that. Yep. Then you're going to take your pen. That's what it's called. It's called a firing pin. You're going to put that back in there. It's pretty much everything in this gun is kind of like a toddler's puzzle. It was designed that way. Unlike it, because I mean, this is designed after like the M16 or stuff like that. And well, when you got to clean these. It doesn't matter if you're in war. The gun's gonna be like, well, I don't really give a fuck. I want to be clean. So they kept that in mind when they designed this. Also, you're gonna put this cottering pin back in there. That's what keeps the pin in place. They kept that in mind when they were designing it, because you got to clean these no matter who you are, whether you're soldier or civvy, like you got to clean them. So, and there's nothing worse than cleaning your main mode of offense and defense, and then all of a sudden fucking the enemy just charges your base or starts attacking. If you're cleaning an AK-47, if you ever decide to clean an AK-47 or some other complex type gun, you're pretty much shit out of luck. You better go find another gun or stick with your sidearm, because there's no fucking way you're going to be putting that thing back together anytime soon to be any kind of helpful. This, if you know what you're doing, you probably can take this down in less than 10 seconds and put it back up in in less than 15. It's that easy to take apart and put back together. So even if you're in the middle of cleaning, people start attacking, you can easily put this thing together and you're right back into it. Now, you're going to take this. Now, you see it has those indentations. Now, I don't know if you're able to see this, but there are also little tiny indentations in there. If you actually look, you'll see a circle in there. That's where the indentation is. What you're going to do, you're going to need to take this, and you're going to line up those two indentations. Come on, don't be a bitch. This is your big debut. Fucking YouTube and shit. Alright, there you go. I was kind of putting it at an angle, so it was being a bitch. Now that's in there, you want to just put it in a little bit. That way it doesn't slide out or fall out. Then you're going to take the bottom part. You see the thing that kind of looks like the... no, I don't want to say that. It's just the... that rod. And before we go any further, what you're going to want to do, you're going to pull up on that way that little piece that keeps this in here doesn't actually block doesn't actually prevent the slide from going in. Every single time I put this thing together, I keep on forgetting to pull that thing up, and I look like a dumbass for about 10 minutes wondering why the fuck my slide won't fit. So you take the rod part and you just slide that in there, and then you simply just push on the back of the actual slide until it clicks in. And then now you're done with the upper half. You put it back on, and then you just push down the pins. Give it a good couple of tests. Okay, that's good. There we are. And that's how you take apart and put back together a AR-15. Most AR-15s, no matter what the company is, this is Windham. It doesn't matter if it's Smith & Wesson, if it's Winchester. Personally, now I know I'm gonna probably get a lot of shit for this, but unless the Winchester is older, you don't want to get it, because Winchester nowadays doesn't exist anymore. All it is a name that can be sold, that it can be bought. I don't even know what to say. I used to love Winchester until I found out about that, and then I actually started noticing. When I actually looked at it, I actually noticed how like the ammunition and the guns actually started dwindling down, because anybody can just buy a name, and the name is what makes the buyer want to get it. Kind of like my Magnum Research 1911. It has this big old name, Desert Eagle, on it, because Magnum 11 makes a Desert Eagle. Now, it doesn't matter if you like guns or not. It doesn't matter if you know anything about guns or not. The thing is, you know what a Desert Eagle is, and if you don't, really, you know what? You should. It's probably because you're younger than the age of 4. Because usually, if you're older than the age of 4, it's either that you play Call of Duty games, which has the Desert Eagle, or you have this thing called the internet, which you can look it up. Also, a whole lot of movies have the Desert Eagle in it, and the Desert Eagle is pretty much your stereotypical, holy shit, that's a really big gun type gun. But it has the word Desert Eagle 1911 on it. It's made by the people who make the Desert Eagle. It's also a pretty damn good 1911. Now, as I was saying, it doesn't really matter who makes it. Winchester, Smith & Wesson, Ruger. Pretty much the AR-15 is designed in its own way. It's designed pretty much the same, to be taken apart and reassembled and cleaned fairly easily. Well, that's my little gun lesson for today. If I go out shooting again, I'll do another video. Then I'll also show you how to take apart that gun and possibly clean it. Well, this is Dead X Dying, and I hope you have a good day. Later.